tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship, body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
What do you mean I don't believe in God? Talk to him every day. What do you mean I don't support your system?
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go to your phone calls. I got to get into the real Newt Gingrich. I'll do that after I take a bunch of calls. And this is a powerful report coming up in the next hour. We've told you the real Obama. We've told you the real Rick Perry. I mean, if you want to know the facts, if you want to believe a fairy tale, got the wrong show. I'm sorry. We're into Veritas here. That's Latin for truth, boys and girls. If you're a new listener, public school educated like I was. By the way, I wasn't bashing school teachers earlier when I talked about those ninnies I saw. I just meant that particular type. You know, I don't even hardly feel like even doing this article because I've seen the media spin on it, and I saw the trolls attack our article the minute it came out. I saw the trolls attack Ron Paul when he responded on Saturday to what's being reported. ACLU reported on it. Not that I'm saying they're even a great group because they don't really defend your liberties. Or they defend stuff that isn't a freedom a lot of times and then don't defend big things that are out in the open. Second Amendment, for instance. But blind hogs do find acorns. There are a lot of good folks in the ACLU. I'm talking about the leadership of it. But it's the same thing like the Republican Party. A lot of good people in it. But Newt Gingrich up there at top, you know, a globalist. I'm going to break that down. But the minute our article went out with a link to the bill, I should have told Paul when I asked him to do the article to go ahead and have the response in it, because I saw this 3 years ago with the Military Commissions Act. I saw this with the Patriot Act. 10 years ago, they said it won't be used. It won't be used in on citizens. It's been used tens of thousands of times per state. Marijuana, domestic violence, you name it. Throwing the Bill of Rights out the window. Cops are putting GPS on cars without warrants. Listen to your phones without warrants. It's all over the news. Remember 10 years ago? Don't worry, it's not going to happen. 10 years ago, they said the TSA, the feds would search bags. Now they search your underwear. Now they're going to be on the highways. How many years I tell you they'd be on the highways because their documents were public? Now they're on the highways all over the country. I mean, I went to urban warfare drills 14 years ago, 13, 10. I went to them over and over again. I've sent my crew last year to some. And they've got troops training to take Americans' guns door to door and admitting it's for America. And I show you the high-def footage last year. People are like, that can't be real. Up in Chicago. I mean, it was in the newspaper in Arcadia, Iowa 2 years ago. It's in my film, The Rise of FEMA, one of my latest. It's in the local paper. They're going to have door-to-door gun confiscation drills, and that it's training for America and overseas. And so I get the colonel on, and he admits it, and then the paper comes out and attacks me and says I'm crazy when I was reading out of the stinking paper. See, they want to just have a news article and say, yeah, they're going to do some gun confiscation drills. They start at the local gun shop, move through the residents, 600 homes. They'll be searching cupboards and things. I mean, read the article, and I get the colonel on. The colonel says stuff I guess he's not supposed to. It's all in my film. I did it live here on the radio. And then all of a sudden, this guy's nuts. He says it. I mean, do you understand this is going on? They've been planning this for a long time, this takeover. I told you the derivatives would bankrupt. I told you they'd bankrupt Europe in a chain reaction. It wouldn't get any better. So it's not even so much that the Senate's trying to do this openly and actually codify it into law, in that within minutes of it being posted at Infowars.com, I saw the usual government IPs, and we're going to do a report on this soon. They don't even hide it. They don't even care. They admit they got sock puppet computer programs that'll do it. They call them bullhorns, sock puppets, but this wasn't those. These are actual people, you can tell, and they're in there saying Alex is a liar. This doesn't affect U.S. citizens, knowing full well, and the listeners figured it out, though, and posted it, that, yes, they can't arrest U.S. citizens in the U.S. unless designated by the president, Secretary of Defense, or their designates, and that if they are fighting, quote, against the U.S., then they're no longer seen as a citizen. I mean, you hear about them killing citizens and saying they'll kill citizens here if they're, quote, terrorist. Really? And that doesn't mean kill you in the act of the crime, like breaking in your house. That's common law. Go ahead. No. They won't come arrest you if they know where you're at and get the intelligence, because they don't want the intelligence. Because either you're not a terrorist or you're some patsy they want to get rid of. Because you study 99% of the terror, it's totally staged by the offshore banks as a pretext to put in a police state straitjacket here in America. So I'm going to get Paul or Kurt or maybe myself to do a video tomorrow breaking this down. But the commenters did, we just report what Ron Paul, ACLU, and what we're saying and what Senator Graham's saying. The establishment spun it and said, this is ridiculous. They're not going to. Remember Bush 5 years ago? We're not spying on us citizens without warrants, I promise. Turns out every communications run through the database. They got face scanning cameras, license plate readers up, at least a decade nationwide. I mean, come on, folks. So again, Senate moves to allow military to intern Americans without trial. NDAA detention provision would turn America into a battlefield. Now, the funny part is, it's worse that they use all this lawyer legalese and say, well, if you're a citizen or whatever, you're exempt from this. And then a bunch of subsections later, and you go read them, you're actually not exempt, though, if we say you're a terrorist. Well, they're already killing U.S. citizens. People are like, well, that's Amoral Awlaki. He deserves to die. Really? That precedent goes to everybody else. By the way, have you noticed 4 of the 5 al-Qaeda leaders were all born here? And then when they're not dining secretly at the Pentagon, source Fox News, AP, I predicted they'd kill Awlaki or say they'd killed him. He just got his nose job and cut his beard off, folks. When it came out he was CIA, I predicted he'd die soon. And then, we killed a U.S. citizen. But it's all right. He's Awlaki. No trial for him. Are you saying bin Laden deserves a trial, you traitor? Well, are you saying al-Qaeda deserves to be running Libya and now trying to take over Syria? Don't you tell me I'm with al-Qaeda and we'll never forget 9/11 signs all over your barber shop or your barbecue joint and waddle around going, take my rights, get al-Qaeda. I'm a real good old boy. I got a ranch. I got horses. I'm a real redneck. You make rednecks look like a joke. A real redneck isn't some little idiot kid who can be conned all day. My good old boy guts and brain know. So don't you good old boy me with your al-Qaeda garbage. Make me want to throw up. You un-American, un-Texas pieces of garbage. You make your ancestors want to throw up. If you cared about this country the minute it came out that al-Qaeda chiefs are hanging out secretly at the Pentagon, or CNN gets up there and admits our troops grow the opium in Afghanistan, you'd get upset and worried. But you aren't really a patriot. You just stick American flags all over everything. And strut around acting tough to everybody. Make me sick. Government comes for your guns, I guarantee you, you're going to sit there and use your underwear as a porta potty. All right, I'm done. Well, there's nothing wrong with having American flags. I remember 15 years ago when they said it was dangerous if you flew an American flag. Oh, but now it's the symbol of giving your rights up. Now that the flag symbolizes evil worldwide, they've taken it away. Why don't you take it back? But you won't. You want your whole family judged and everything they've got taken. And the New World Order is like, we're going to oblige that. So you read the article, the Senate is set to vote on a bill next week that would define the whole of the United States as a battlefield and allow the U.S. military to arrest American citizens in their own backyard without charge or trial. The Senate is going to vote on whether Congress will give this president and every future president the power to order the military to pick up and imprison without charge or trial civilians anywhere in the world. The power is so broad that even U.S. citizens could be swept up with the military, and the military could be used far from any battlefield, even when the United States itself, writes Chris Anders of the ACLU, Washington Legislative Office. And then it goes through Ron Paul, the provision of S. 1867. And later, after I take calls the next hour, I'm going to get back into the actual subsections where they say, oh, it's not for citizens, but then it is if we say. Kind of like the Patriot Act. Oh, it's not for the American people. It's not. Section 802. Any act that endangers human life that's a violation of any federal or state law, including jaywalking. Section 802. Oh, yeah. And the TSA would never be on the streets. I was making that up. Now they are. Remember all that? Remember everything was going to be all right? Remember, if you just gave the bankers trillions more of your money, everything would be all right? We're going into worldwide financial capture. Listen, the Army Times and Stars and Stripes 3 years ago, just Google Brigade Homeland. In one article in Stars and Stripes, they said, they quoted a general as saying, we're preparing to pull triggers on Americans. That's a quote. They said they want 379,000 troops occupying the U.S. They've got checkpoints all over the country with Marines and Army. But it's okay. It's for DWI. Sure it is. It's all illegal. The government's illegitimate and was taken over. Wake up!
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind